Okay, guys, so China and US are set to have some talks this week. The news broke about 6 hours ago. I let the Discord know. We were talking about it, sent some alerts out in the other Discords about this news that broke. We have FOMC tomorrow. That's going to be very important. I know every influencer, including myself, always says that every FOMC meeting is the most important meeting of your life. But this one right here, guys, is going to be the most important meeting of your life, of your crypto portfolio's life, guys. So make sure that you guys are tuning in. If you're at the JOB, make sure you pop an earbud in there. If you can call in, call in. I'm just kidding, guys. We don't want to lose our jobs, but if you go, most definitely can be part of this meeting, guys. You want to tune in and listen for Jay Powell's plans for the future of rate cuts. There's about 1.4% chance that rate cuts will be implemented tomorrow, which is not happening. But we want to listen to see what his plans are for June and July. The odds did go down a significant amount due to all this tariff and the GDP growth. Betting odds are about 35% and 55% for June and July. So, there's been even some reports saying that Jerome Powell might not even cut rates at all. But we just got to wait and see, guys. I think that, I've said this and it's just maybe just conspiracy thoughts. Maybe Trump and Jerome Powell have already, secretly met up. This is the reason why maybe we've seen a softening in Trump from some of the stuff that he's been saying about letting Powell go and, trying to soften his stance on tariffs because at the end of the day, this does make it harder for Jerome Powell to cut rates. He can't cut rates until he sees the data. And with all this, uh, tariffs and just it throws off the numbers and he can't get a right estimate and inflation's still sticky. So we just gotta wait and see what happens, guys. On my last video, I did talk about sell in May and go away. Unfortunately, I didn't even give you guys my opinion. I know that I'm just a smaller channel, but I do have a following and I did want to address it, about the statements and even the title of the video. Look, from my journey in crypto, everything has always been the opposite of what influencers and the media says. You know, um, could we be in a recession? Yes. I've had my opinions about it, but look, uh, you know, I think when we all expect things, or we go off of previous cycles, it always never turns out being the same. I think with a lot of people expecting, the bad from tomorrow, I think that, there's going to be some type of bullish news. I think Trump might be strategically planning to announce some type of deal with China or even India or another country, maybe right after the FOMC meeting. So I will be looking to set up some strategic buy orders and even some long orders, to follow up with, all this news that's getting ready to come out. So we just got to wait and see, guys. Look, it's really pointless to try to outsmart these individuals because, look, we're along for the ride. If you guys are just strictly buying and holding, I know it's kind of frustrating, but, we just got to go along with the journey, guys. And if you guys are trading it, you guys are most definitely loving this. But I did want to go over some charts with you guys real quick. I know we don't cover Bitcoin always too much, but I figured we'd take the time to look at this double top pattern that's on Bitcoin. You guys know that these are always bearish patterns that form. We do have a double top here, the 97.71. I'm sorry, 97.711. Uh, we do have a support line here at the 92.8, and we do have a potential area down here at this 89 to 88K. This is usually the extension from the top to the low of the double top pattern, which gives us this potential target here. If I didn't have another chart to show you guys, I would most definitely be on the camp of that we could be going lower. But I do want to share this with you guys. We do have a cup and handle, and this isn't just any ordinary cup and handle, guys. This is what we call a walk. And this bad boy right here is really deep, and the price target can go anywhere between 124 to 116. So we just got to make sure we keep this in the back of our minds that look, we have two patterns. One's bearish, one's bullish. One of these are going to play out. Could go up or could go down. I hate these type of influencers, but look, it's just the way it is. Sometimes we got to prepare ourselves for both probabilities. And look, I think at the end of the day, we just got to be ready. So we have some buy targets here. Like I said, the support line is at 92.8. So guys, you can most definitely, if you're looking to pick up some Bitcoin, you can set your buy orders there. If you guys are expecting, something in that 88K region, set your orders there, guys. There's nothing wrong with being prepared and being ready for whatever happens in these markets. We do have Ethereum falling wedge pattern. Again, guys, falling wedges are bullish patterns. Ethereum has its Petra update today. And if you guys don't know what that is, it just basically helps it scale better. There's a lot of layer twos like, optimism and uh, there's so many guys, Arbitrum and others that, basically help it run better. But, some people have called these different tokens parasites. So, with these other tokens, they kind of take away liquidity from ETH. With this upgrade, it helps it run better. And let's see what happens. Look, at the end of the day, ETH has not shown us nothing. So, look, we just have to have high hopes for it and hope that this, upgrade can make it better. Is it going to happen overnight? Of course not. Ethereum has a long ways to go to, to start getting up this mountain, but we're still shooting for that 2100 ETH. If you guys were tuning into the channel, we called this long setup here at 1765. We dipped a little bit below it, guys, but you know what? Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. We're still in the trade, and we're very much in the green now. We're looking for this next setup. We got to break this 1875 and get above there and hold it to hit our next target at 2100, maybe 2040, and see where we go from there, guys, if we can start climbing this ladder up. But remember, ETH relies on the M2 money supply. If there's no money in the system, guys, if there's no money floating around, altcoins will not go up. That's just the way it is, guys. I don't make the rules. We just play by them, okay? Next thing up is XRP. Guys, we gave another shout out play in the last video for XRP. This was our first buy zone, but I specifically tagged in the Discords that if you guys were looking for your best value buy zone, 208 to 205 would be the zone. We tapped in at around 207 and some change. So if you guys were setting at 208, you got snagged up. I know some people are still with this $2 zone, and nothing wrong with, getting your preferred entries, guys, but sometimes price doesn't scoop you up. So sometimes you just got to take a little bit of risk. XRP is still the coin, guys. I talk about it all the time. It's holding a lot of its gains. But the big point is that, where are we going to go from there? And this is just going to be a swing trade paradise for you guys. It's holding strong as long as it's going to go back to this 205, 208. Those are snag zones. Even 210 is going to be your snag zone, and see if we can get back up to this 258 and see what is next and what happens. And then we got big old Sui, guys. Sui got that double bottom. You guys already know. Sui's super bullish. We called it out at 160, 180. We got this double bottom. We're looking to take it back up to 386. I'm looking for $4 by the end of May. Let's have a little bet, guys. If Sui goes back to $4 by the end of May, we'll give out $100 and a few passes to the Plebz Discord. Guys, just make sure to message me in the Discord. We'll set up some type of raffle or something like that. But just make sure you message me, guys, in the Discord and say, hey, what's up, Jump? Message you about Sui. We'll lock you in. We won't forget. Towards the end of the May, we'll follow up with the video and we'll announce a winner like that. But so we had this whole bullish thing. Guys, look, there's a lot of big influencers that are going all in on Sui. They had this potential partnership with Pokemon, and then they have NFTs that are being launched on with Adidas. And, there's just so much stuff that's really going on with the Sui chain that a lot of people just don't understand. This is the soul of this cycle. I have a good amount of Sui. Guys, I've been bullish on this thing for the longest time. I had so many people talk about its tokenomics. Look, this is a different cycle, guys. Nobody gives a crap about that stuff. We just want to see, projects that are building, doing things, growing, and Sui's checking all these boxes, guys. So all this tokenomics crap, nobody gives a crap about that, guys. This is a different cycle. Get all that boomer stuff out of your head. Do they matter somewhat? Yeah, a little bit, but they had unlocks. And with these unlocks, the token goes up, guys. Like I said, a lot of these old school crypto guys, they think they got it all figured out, and it's just it doesn't work that way now. There's an OG, I won't say his name, I'm not trying to start any drama, but a big legend in the space, was trading this coin. He got his whole Discord wrecked, because he was long in the tops and short in the bottoms. And Sui's just something that, it's on a different level. I don't trade it. If you guys know how to trade it, shout out to you. I leave this thing alone. It's a monster, and I don't play around with Sui. But I hold it, but I don't trade it. Next up is Solana Big Banana, guys. Look, another bullish coin, guys. This thing is obviously going to be doing good. I'm looking for that 240, like I said, over and over again, guys. It's going to be hard to top that Trump meme token, but we just got to play the position and see what happens. This is going to be another good maybe 2.5x. Like I said, it could go its all-time high with these ETFs, possibly, but I'm just looking for a 240. And if you guys are looking to scoop up this box right here at the 134 to 129, if we get some bearish, data tomorrow, maybe we can get that pushed down. But for right now, we have this support line right here in the 140s. Until we break it, that's a possibility that we can come down here. So if you guys are leverage trading and you're looking for a short, look for it to break this support line. If it breaks, take the short. Look for your target down here. If we are looking to continue up to the upside, I would like for us to crack up to this 157 and see if we can start getting ready to re-challenge this 180 to 179 zone. And let's finish off the video, guys, with Parcels. Again, we set up our targets here on, Parcels. We're a little bit below it. Hey, look, we're not perfect. We were hitting all in this region right here. So I did hit the box like we talked about. We're a little under 85. But we did say, hey, look, could we come down here to this 8 cents? The chart is still the same. We left it up. Still the same in the Discord. So these are always, there to go back off for future references. And, like I said, if we go down to 8 cents, we'll be picking it up there, guys. Look, we're not going to complain about dips. We're going to buy them. There's a lot of people out there that are scared of them. We embrace them, guys, because we use them to our advantage to add to our portfolios with them. And so, yeah, man, we've talked about Parcels in the Discord a lot. It's RWA partnered with Coinbase Ventures. Great project. I have a lot of people that have been messaging me about they're getting on this Parcels train. Shout out to you guys. Look, this is a high risk token, high risk, high reward. Don't put your whole life savings in here. But, if you guys are looking to make some gains, this is where it's at, my dudes. And with that being said, I got to get to sleep. I got some work tomorrow. I just wanted to shoot this out, remind you guys about FOMC, go over some tokens with you guys, and kind of give you guys my opinion about the last video. And as always, guys, I appreciate all the love and support that we get from, our members and even the KGU family. Guys, I'm a small channel, so anything that you guys can do as far as support is greatly appreciated. We do have links to the Discord, Patreon below. We don't ever, do anything as far as like, begging people to join the Discord, guys. If you guys want to do it, make the decision. We try to take care of everybody in there, show love to our team. We have a lot of members that are just active every day. So it's always a blessing to have that. And then, guys, also, if you guys are looking for that trading site, you already know FEMX is our partner. Links also below. You do need a VPN, so make sure that you guys understand that. And it's leverage trading. If you guys are looking to leverage trade, sign up for my Discord. We go over, my strategies on how I do it. I'm a little bit different from other people. Like I said, there's a lot of ways to leverage trade, but we practice safe practices. We don't do no 100Xs or anything like that. But, like I said, man, everybody's different. This may work for you, may not, but there's only one way to find out, and it's by you making the choice. But we will talk to you guys later. Jumpman out.